What is up, Patriots? How we doing? Hey, good morning, good night, good afternoon, you beautiful Patriots, you. It's getting crazy, right? It's getting super crazy. All right, I got some stuff I want to share with you on the web. Pardon me. A few things. I got a little bit of Dave Rubin doing some nice stuff. And of course, we got to get Crowder in there because he's doing some nice stuff. And I just want to thank everybody for the amount of love I'm getting. It's growing. We got beautiful people in our Lions, Tigers, and Cheetahs dens on Twitter. You can follow me at BFES56 on Twitter. And I want to get this rocking and rolling. Uh, I got some Reuben coming up for you. Yes, I do. Let's see where we're at. Let's see where we're at. All right. Let's rock this, right? All right, check it out. So up here we got Dave Rubin. If you look down here, MSNBC host wants new laws due to Ben Shapiro. All right. Now that's one thing. Let me just tell you about like the Dave Rubins, Ben Shapiro's, Crowder, Lionel, Scott Adams. Call them right wing, left wing, whatever you want to call them. But I just call them pretty much patriots. You know, you got Rubin that used to be a lefty. He was on the Young Turks, and I used to watch him and the Young Turks before I started switching when Obama came in. And between 2008 2010, I said, this is really, I was kind of woke with 9/11, to be honest. And then by the time 2008 into 2010, I literally cried when we elected the first black president. And I thought it was amazing. And by 2010, I was already done. I was on the fence by 2010. By 2012, I was like 100 yards away from the fence. I leaned a lot right and fell off on the right side. So let's get him going. All right, check this out.
All right, so what is the Democrat position on all this? Because even though they are the ones that have lied and lied and lied, they had lied about COVID, they lied about
This
Russia
is truth.
collusion, they lied about Brett Kavanaugh, they lied about Jesse Smollett. You guys know all of this stuff. They lie about everything. No one ever gets called out. Well, we call them out, let's say, on this crazy
That's
right-wing
what drives
media.
people nuts.
But within their own system, it's a constant protection racket. You lie, other people lie for you, and you just work around it. Everybody's in on the lie, so nobody calls anybody out. No one ever gets fired. Nobody ever gets booted. Okay,
Exactly.
fine. So what is their position as a lot of people are clicking Ben Shapiro videos on Facebook, as Fox continues to crush it in the ratings?
Do you see this? Do you see what I'm saying? Just Ben Shapiro and Fox alone are blowing the doors off of ratings. Steven Crowder blowing the doors off of ratings. Tim Pool blowing the doors off of the ratings of what they get on CNN, MSNBC, the mainstream media. I guess legacy media, really. I mean, Fox does do what they have to do, but they have a business model where they don't want to destroy 25 to 55% of some of the lefties that kind of peek in on them. So they kind of play around a little bit. And if it's something crazy, they'll put in a minute blurb. They'll have somebody come up for 3 minutes. Lionel says it all the time. He'll come up for 3 minutes, and what did they say about the problem? They just kind of word salad it, right? So here we go. He's gonna get AOC on this, Miss Pretty Girl, that has no clue of what she's doing other than she's a robot.
As this show outperforms pretty much all of the cable news shows on
Yes,
MSNBC
sir,
and
David.
CNN. Well, their position is we need to do something related to censorship and regulation. Of course, here is mental midget AOC.
I love
I
that.
mean, and who's in charge of all of these platforms that are perpetuating this misinformation and violence?
Hold on, misinformation of violence, right? Misinformation. The SUV drove through and killed people, and no mention of anybody driving the SUV. I don't know if you remember that, right? But you get a white dude running in there with his AR, yeah, you get that, and whew, it's all over the place. Now watch how she virtue signals. All right, she's I guess Latino, right, and kind of college graduate, right, but like 1,000 people tried out for her role, and then she got $1 million behind her to win to get into the representation, to be a representative. So now she thinks she's as big as Pelosi or Schumer or even Biden at this point. But watch the virtue signal here, of course, of what Dave Rubin says. But watch this. This is like, I guess, Hillary Clinton pulling out the Tabasco sauce while she was hanging out down south with some black people on a podcast. So watch this.
Violence, men.
Men.
Mark Zuckerberg. Where you at, bro?
Where you at, bro?
Where you at? 4chan, Reddit. What's up?
What's up?
Because all these little things that they're talking about, when they say free speech, they don't actually mean it.
Yeah, right.
Because they don't protect all speech.
Yeah, we do.
They do draw a line at some point.
They drool.
But, people like Mark Zuckerberg are busy having dinner with Tucker Carlson, who's also airing little great replacement theories that are inciting violence.
I really don't think AOC is a real human being. And what I mean by that is not that she's a Cylon, but that she is a construct. That what you're seeing there is not a real person who believes anything that she's saying. She is an actress. She is a trained actress who does these little videos. Where you at, Mark Zuckerberg? Where you at? Who do we have to blame for this? We have to blame men. They're not free. Everything she says is complete nonsense and a lie and everything else. Oh, Mark Zuckerberg's having dinner with Tucker Carlson. So because
he's going for it. I love you, Dave. So right there, you just get a little piece of how they put a robot up there. She's making money. We don't know how she's making money. I don't know if we can look it up. If you guys want to look it up, and believe me, leave some comments down below. Definitely like, subscribe, share to me wherever, any platform. I'll put a few links down below. But tell me that she's not just an actress at this point. That's all she is. She's an actress. And in today's day and age, we want attention. So whether we get it crazy like she does, or we go into a burning building and save a baby while mom's crying outside and you come out with the baby safe, that's attention. When you help an old lady or an old man across the street, that's good attention, right? When you teach your children right, when you treat your family right, that's attention, right? But this type of attention is having a whole mess of people, whole mess of them, redirected and brainwashed. So I do want to bring up some Steven Crowder here for you, and check this out. This is pretty good stuff. Now, Steven Crowder, I would say 40% of his show is definitely comedy, and he does mix in the hard topics. And I'm not, you got to, rewatch this, but I just want to let you see a little blurb from him, and check this out.
The issue that we run into, look, I was going to say just roll the clip. Here's the thing. I thought before, for example, I went to Fox News, or I thought before I would go and interview professors, that these people at Ivy League universities,
this is brilliant,
that the lawyers, that the senators, that the judges, right, in the highest courts, that they somehow had information that we didn't. Right? You like to assume, sort of like when you're a kid and you assume that the parents have all the answers, and then once you're a parent, you realize you're just a kid with no answers and you're faking it a lot of the time.
I checked that.
That's box. A lot of these people. That's a lot of these elites. Yeah. That's a lot of in the universities. They'll try and beat you over the head with their degrees. not only do they know nothing much of the time, they often know less than nothing because they've unlearned the truth. You see this with a lot of people who are in the highest offices of politics in the land. Not only does Joe Biden know nothing, he knows less than nothing because he hasn't had to earn an honest dollar in 50 years. Not only does AOC know nothing, she knows less than nothing compared to a business owner because she doesn't know what goes into actually creating a business. And it was a...
He's killing it right here. He's killing it. I know people that are overeducated. I mean, literally, like soft marshmallows that think they learned something and all they were programmed. So when he says beating you over the head with a degree, because they got a piece of paper that hangs on the wall, possibly framed, and that lets them tell you that they're above you and you better listen to me. And man, like they're all robots, but let's get back into this.
A real awakening for me where I would sit down with people who were senior fellows at think tanks. And like I say, I'm smart enough, but I was far more educated, meaning I had taken time out of my day to learn about these issues that these think tank fellows and sometimes professors were teaching.
Don't forget, he's also talking about College of Hard Knocks. People that maybe when they were in college worked on a landscape crew and dug ditches, or they did dishwashing, and they were still getting their degree, but they actually did work hard jobs, and maybe their degree didn't work out for them, and they had to switch and do something different until they could get something with their degree. But some of these people that come out are absolutely, literally marshmallows. They really are. They don't have an encyclopedia page in their head. They're just programmed. Let's get back.
And it was startling how little they know. And I think that's important to set the concept here for this clip. Matt Walsh, Daily Wire. The film is What is a Woman, with this professor. And look at the condescending tone and then complete lack of logic.
This is another one.
We're talking about gender and sex, and there's a lot of controversies there. If we're talking about a trans woman has all of the male physical characteristics, so would that not be a male then? Couldn't we plainly say...
Watch him. Watch this guy.
This person is a male.
Well, I guess it's like, why are you asking the question? I think I want to understand sort of why that's so important. So if someone tells you...
To sort of understand reality, I'm just trying to start by getting to the truth,
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really uncomfortable with that language of getting to the truth. Again,
are you Kiefer Sutherland in Lost Boys?
Because it sounds actually deeply transphobic to me. And if you keep probing, we're going to stop the interview.
If I probe about what the truth is?
You keep invoking the word truth, which is condescending and rude.
Well, right, but we're in a university. This is a place of understanding truth, isn't it? Or
absolutely, we pursue truth, and I'm a social scientist, and that's what I do.
You just said the truth is transphobic.
That you would say, if you're saying the truth is that I get to say, you're not a man, show me your genitalia, that's transphobic.
No, I don't want to see anybody's genitalia. I just mean someone can make a statement about themselves that could be untrue. Like, for example, if I were to say that I'm a black man, would you accept that, or would you be skeptical?
Boom!
Are you black? Are you African American? Are you biracial?
I'm a social scientist. Oh, wait, you mispronounced useless.
That's awesome.
Oh, my gosh.
You just get an A on everything now, right?
Yeah,
pretty
I
much.
think so. By the way, this a movie that never needed to be made, What is a Woman?
Yeah.
In what world did we think that was a question that ever needed to be answered?
Well, I feel like we've done this documentary over the course of 7 years with different segments, and then it's just you just put it all together.
Later. Oh my goodness! Let me just tell you, man, that makes me so happy to see guys getting out there and punching, not up or down. They're just straight jabs. You can't say punch up or punch down on this one. These are straight boom. He's like, oh, I might have to quit this interview. Boom. We just want truth. Can we find out truth? Boom. I love it. All right. guys, again, like, subscribe, share. My YouTube is getting loaded up with my videos, and I'm on Rumble. I'm trying to discover Rumble, Getter. I didn't make it to Truth Social yet because back then it was, you couldn't get on if you were Android. But I'm going to scope that out, and of course Twitter. So if you want to follow me there I am on Twitter. Oh, and by the way, we have a shout out. Yes, we do. Superwoman. Yep. I got to talk to you about her. Met her on Twitter and Getter. And if you follow her on Getter, she's the bomb. Okay? Let's get over to her. Superwoman. Miss Tara, let me just tell you thank you for being on my team. There she is on Truth Social. Let me see what else. I don't see her Getter. Maybe it's up here. No? Well, anyway, she's on Getter. If you get to know her, please follow this lady. She is absolutely full of truth, love, and she finds some of the greatest stuff as far as the like to learn. Like she'll find stuff that you weren't thinking about. All right. So she'll pull up an article. I do get a lot of it from Getter, but she's in our rooms. So I needed to shout her out. Of course, I want to shout out Code of Vets. Let me see if I could find, there she is, Code of Vets. There's Gretchen right there. Make sure that, I mean, she's even putting up, if you want to mail something to her, this is all her information here. I love our first responders, police, fire, medics, and of course, our patriots that served. So if you would like to, lift up a patriot, because that's what patriots do, hang out with Gretchen over there at Code of Vets. She helps the ones that are down. All right, a lot of love to you, Gretch. You're gonna definitely find me shortly. So that's about it for today. I just wanted to give you guys some love. Please like, subscribe, share wherever you find me. And definitely on Twitter at BFES56. And I'm out of here. I will see you on the other side of the day.